I am so excited today to show you guys my 50-50 beef and veggie burger. This burger is seriously the best burger that I've made yet. All right, so to get started, we're gonna chop up a green bell pepper, a medium onion, 4 ounces of mushrooms, and 3 garlic cloves. We're actually gonna only use half of the bell pepper. Now we really only need to dice these up enough that we can saute them. All right, and if your garlic cloves are small, you can go ahead and do 4 of those. And I suggest trying to be a little sustainable by throwing the extra parts of your veggies into a composter. I just got a composter and I'm actually really excited to throw that nutritious compost into my veggie garden. All right, measure out 4 ounces of mushrooms. All right, clean those mushrooms off really well. Get all the dirt off of it. Chop those up to cook. Thick pieces are fine. I'm gonna save all that work for the blender. All right, and the last thing you're gonna wanna prep is shave a cup of carrot. It's usually about 1 large carrot. But you wanna be careful about how much veggies you add to this burger because we don't wanna add too much moisture to the burgers because then they won't hold together as well. Get that arm workout in, but be careful for your knuckles. Just snack on the rest of it. All right, somehow we got exactly a cup there. All right, now I'm gonna heat up a little bit of olive oil in the pan so we can saute these a little bit. All right, now that our pan is nice and hot, we're gonna go ahead and add all of these veggies. All right, you're gonna wanna cook those until your mushrooms are soft and the onions are translucent. All right, now that those are done, we're gonna go ahead and scoop that into the food processor. All right, let's let those veggies cool down a little bit for a few minutes. Now let's drain these black beans. Try not to throw trash into the sink. I get in trouble for that all the time. What I get for having ADD, I just throw my trash everywhere. Get as much liquid out of that as you can and throw those in the processor. All right, we're gonna pulse this enough to where about half of it is still chunky and the other half is more broken down, almost pureed. All right, and you're gonna wanna check that and push the beans and veggies down that are hiking up the side. And we're almost there. So this will end up being about 10 to 15 pulses. That should be good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're not trying to make a veggie bean dip here. All right, now we're gonna add this to a large bowl and mix with the remaining ingredients. All right, add cumin, a tablespoon of mustard. I like spicy deli mustard, personally. Add a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Salt, provided you had low sodium beans. I'd go a little lighter on the salt if not. All right, and you're probably gonna wanna add pepper. However, I just have my pepper grinder and this one kind of sucks, so I'm gonna get a little bit of an arm workout in trying to get some pepper into the bowl. And freshly ground pepper has a little more flavor anyways. Add 1 egg, preferably cage-free. Add your pound of pasture-raised grass-fed beef. Now it's always better to get pasture-raised as that's more environmentally friendly. It's also gonna be healthier because pasture-raised meat is typically fed a better diet and gets to roam around and is typically more ethically treated. This all affects the taste and the nutritional composition of the meat. I think we all know pasture-raised and grass-fed beef is more expensive. However, it's totally worth it. And what our family does is we cut our meat with plant-based proteins. This is better for your health as well. So for example, this 50-50 burger is half veggie with the beans for our plant protein and half beef. But we do this as well with burritos. We'll do ground turkey and beans. For spaghetti, I might do a pound of beef and some lentil pasta. You can really do this with most meals, and it's also way healthier to cut down on your meat consumption. We got 6 people in the house, so our grocery bill is already pretty high. And usually you only get 4 burgers. Make sure you get all the juices out of this before you put the beef in the bowl. We don't want to add any more moisture. So because you're getting 2 times the output, mixing 50-50 beans and veggies and 50% beef, usually you'd only have 4 burgers with a pound of beef, but we are gonna make 8 quarter-pound burgers. So once you got your beef in there, I'm gonna just stir it to combine a little bit before I get my hands in there. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of oat flour to hold these together. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit in there at a time so that I don't overdo it. So once these bind well, we're not gonna need any more oat flour. All right, I'm gonna get my hands up in there. All right, and while I used about a cup of oat flour, you might need to use a little bit more or less to get it to bind together. And this is what it's gonna look like. Might be a little sticky, but it's gonna hold together well. All right, now we're gonna form these into 8 quarter-pound patties. I'm just gonna estimate that. And I'm putting it on parchment paper just to avoid any sticking. If you have any problem with the batter sticking to your hands, but it's binding well, you can put a little bit of olive oil in your hands, that'll help. All right, now we're gonna stick these in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. This will help the burgers retain their shape a little bit and prevent them from sticking to the grill. All right, in about 20 minutes, you can preheat your grill, or if you want to, you can broil these or pan cook them as well. All right, so those burgers have been chilling for a little over 30 minutes and our grill is preheated. Let's go ahead and throw them on the grill. Now I'm gonna cook these at around 450 so that we can get a nice sear on them while retaining a lot of the moisture inside. And once those have a nice sear on one side and they're easy to flip, go ahead and flip them. It's probably gonna take close to 10 minutes. All right, now we got a nice sear on these bad boys, so let's flip them over. Now that we flip those, cook them until the internal temperature is 165 degrees, and then we've got some tasty burgers. All right, so these are just shy of 165, which is totally fine, because if you're more into a medium rare burger, you really only need it to be 145 anyways. I think you should go for at least 155 just to be safe. I'm gonna pull these off the grill. Now just check out this delicious 50-50 burger. Turned out really, really nice. I'm excited to taste it. If you tried this burger and you love it or you have any questions about it, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to hear what you think. All right, until next time.